All right, breaking news coming in through from Mbarara as the NUP flag bearer has pulled out of the race. And this is really a shocking story to those that haven't obviously gone ahead to be following up on the developments that are really happening in the National Unit platform. You understand? I think there is a plan from the government to sit either obviously embarrass Bobi Wine. You understand? After holding a very successful rally in Mbarara, looks like they've embarked on a mission to obviously get these candidates out. Now, the team reports have gone ahead to obviously give us this story, and it reads as follows. Here onto the Ugandan stance, and it goes as NUP's Mbarara City North candidate withdraws, quits National Unit platform in there. So how did this come to pass? Peter Mpaka, as you see there, Peter Mpaka, the National Unit Platform no parliamentary flag bearer from Mbarara City North, has announced his withdrawal from the 2026 race, citing overwhelming financial constraints and what he says are unfulfilled promises by the National Unity Platform. Mpaka revealed that despite NUP committing to support its candidates during the campaign period, the assistance never materialized, leaving him unable to run an effective campaign. I think this is a lie. This is a lie. And I hate it when people hide behind the party. You know, it's always better to come out and say, I've been given money by so-and-so and I'm out of the National Unit platform, because you can't tell me that a party finances, candidates, they even failed to really see close to 150 flag bearers of the National Unit platform register for the parliamentary seats, because they couldn't really afford to support all of them. You understand? So Mpaka has said, my name is Peter Mpaka, the National Unit platform parliamentary candidate for Mbarara City North. Today I announce my withdrawal from the race. This is because of the financial challenges I've faced that hindered my campaign program. My party had committed to supporting us through the campaigns, but it seems they have failed. It doesn't make any sense for me. It doesn't make any sense for me to keep in the race, and in the end I get 0 votes. So I wrote to the party president, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and Secretary General Lewis, asking them to notify the Electoral Commission that I have withdrawn from the race. In addition to leaving the race, Mpaka announced that he's quitting NUP entirely, saying he plans to reflect on his next political direction and possibly join a party that offers better support and alignment with his ambitions. Now, you see what I told you? This guy has been given money, and obviously it's coming in through from the NRM, because when you hear his statement, he says he plans to reflect on his next political direction and possibly join a party that offers better support and alignment with his ambitions. Now, this shows exactly that he has been given money. You understand? And he has been bought out of this. And we know to it that this is the end of the day. NRM and buying candidates is the end of the day. Even way back when Museveni had just come in power, they were doing so. So for me, what I hate about people like Peter Mpaka is coming in through and obviously try to hide behind the party and the National Unit platform. We've seen Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu himself run a fundraise campaign almost every week to get money to finance his campaign. That means they don't have enough money to even finance the campaign of the president. Now, do you expect the party to really protract its hand to you, And what Bobi Wine did for you when he came to Mbarara, it's enough. And I know this is a plan for the regime to obviously embarrass Bobi Wine. But I think that won't take away what Bobi Wine did in Mbarara, guys. Because, to it that, it's one of the hugest welcomes that he has ever gone ahead to get. And you saw to it that when he got a very huge crowd in Busia, you saw what NRM did yesterday. NRM made its supporters even line up, and the photos they released really had a lot of AI in them. You understand? So I don't really buy these ideas, but this is what Museveni has been doing left, right, and center. If they've done it in Nebi, and they're really gonna hit, obviously, announce Nyamutoro as an opposed candidate, and she's already through after nullifying the NUP flag bearer, that her signatories came out and said they're green about it, You understand? What of in Mbarara, where Museveni really wants to show to it that his home ground is still fertile for him, but Kyagulanyi came in through and really went in there and showed you that the fertility is known as they really say. You understand? He has gotten what we call an overwhelming welcome across all the Ankole region. And I tell you what, it's not gonna stop. It's obviously gonna stay the same. And nullifying him coming out to put out such a story, they are planning to embarrass the National Unit Platform. But these are tricks of old monkeys. As it said, old monkeys never change or never change their tactics. And this is what Museveni is always going to hate to be doing in there. Also, I've decided to quit NUP. I will take my time to think of the other party that can accommodate my political journey. Particularly, I'm impressed by the PFF because when I look at their candidates in the area, the party has given them some visibility. Unlike our NUP, where you ask for even a small facilitation and they tell you they don't have, yet during nominations they promised support. Now, can he really get us a document that shows how NUP promised support to them? I don't think that NUP can promise support. How can a party promise support to candidates when they've even failed to nominate them all over the country? Because Louis Lubongoya told us that NUP had 420 candidates, all over the country. But they were limited by the finances because they had financial constrictions as the party, as the money that was supposed to come in through from the iPod side never really came in through, as NUP is hesitant to join that party because of the new conditions they set to obviously get that money. You understand? So that is it from a man known as Mpaka. Now, Chimp Report tells us that Mpaka's withdrawal comes in a constituency that has attracted a significant competition ahead of the 2026 polls. Mbarara City North constituency has 6 nominated candidates, including the incumbent Robert Mwesigwa Rukari, who is running as an NRM-leaning independent, Christopher Bakasha, NRM, Kajubi Beneno Maisho, independent, Atusasire Agatha, PFF, Mugara Norman Vincent, ANT, and Kato Isaac, independent. Now, I really look at this young man and really feel I pity him because he's trying to play with something he doesn't even think of. Because if you talk about other parties, all the parties, PFF is in bed with Museveni. And I think every party, was it given 6 billion? I stand to be corrected. They were given a lot of money. Now, if you have 7 billion, I tell you, you can at least extend close to maybe 10 million or 20 to every candidate that you have. As if you are to facilitate 100, that is 2 billion. If you are to facilitate 300, that is 3 billion. You understand? So, Mpaka knows it that NUP doesn't do that. All I understand is he really got money from either one of the competitors, and the other story that I really confirm is that the state wants to embarrass Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. After going to Mbarara and got what we call a heroic welcome, they are now trying to say, all right, you say you have supporters, but your flag bearers are really stepping out of the race. Will that weaken the struggle? I don't think so. And for me, I just tell the government that please just go ahead and really give people the services they really want, because that's what will obviously take off this. Because this is not all about Robert Kyagulanyi's Hentamo. That's how it was when when Semwogere was here, even when Besigye came in through, even when Kyagulanyi came in through, that's the same case. Even if Kyagulanyi goes and another person comes in through to lead the opposition, it will say the same. They'll get the numbers. You understand? So all you have to do is simple. Go out there and deliver the services that people really want. And we also claim for a peaceful transition of power, as Museveni has ruled the country for 40 years. We sign out. See you later. But I'm calling for your reactions into the comment section below. I'm out.